Now time for the mode that... Fun fact about the Great Cave Offensive, you remember that one really big stage in Smash Bros. We played that time?
Oh, yeah.
That's what that was based on, what we just played.
Oh. That was terrible, that game with like 6 of us on that stage.
Yeah! 15 fucking minutes.
Everybody was too far away from each other.
Yeah.
To like, actually like, kill each other.
Yeah, exactly.
By the time you get over, the other person has to get it.
I'm pretty sure that's officially the biggest stage in Smash currently. Well, actually, no, there's another one in Smash 4 that's like about the same size. Heavy Lobster. And actually, I don't think you fully fight this one. I feel like there's something that happens. But it's really weird without, like, normally in Render Meta Knight, there's all these, like, dialogue boxes that come up and there's, like, all these audio cues and stuff, but it's weird without that stuff. I don't know, I guess you do kill it here normally. What happens in the main game is that Meta Knight is your enemy, and he's, like, Kirby's, like, fighting the Heavy Lobster there, and Meta Knight's like, yeah, fire this big cannon and blow him to oblivion or something. So, that's what happens normally. And, yeah, so you just basically, you don't even finish that fight. I think it is possible to beat it, but it's, like, kind of hard to do. I don't think I've ever done it, actually, so... Yeah. I'm totally the best gamer in the world, totally.
That's what I know at this stuff.
At this stuff, maybe.
You jet CSGO?
Probably not, but I don't play CSGO, so...
That's about all that I can do good, I think. Like a PC game, yeah, let's play PC games.
I was about to say Mario Party, but we just played that on your emulator that time.
Nope.
Didn't I beat you with like a fucking like numpad at one point or something?
Yep. Yep.
I guess Mario Party is kind of a luck-based game, but
it was my first time playing, and I had no idea what was happening. It was vicious.
Yeah.
It is all like luck and knowing what you're doing. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
I would say I could do better with a controller.
How did you just die? You must be low on health again, so I don't see how
I was
you...
low on health. I'm in a constant state of die. Oh, I changed color.
Yeah, sometimes you do... I thought this was the default Knight skin, actually, because there's something kind of interesting that...
Well, I've been reading the game so far.
Yeah. In, normally I think that's, like, supposed to be the regular, like, Meta Knight sword helper, but, there's a mode in this game where, because one player usually plays as Kirby and player 2 gets, like, the helpers usually. The second player, being as the helpers, there's a mode called Helper to Hero, which is like a boss rush with all the helpers, where you get to just play as all the helpers. You go one of them, I'll go the other.
I love how they're just, they don't even like hurt you.
Yeah.
What is the point? They don't even, oh.
It's so weird looking at your screen because you have like a much bigger screen than I do.
I know, I noticed that when you brought that out of the DS, I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm playing on my 2DS XL and I'm playing this on my old 3DS with a capture card, so... Yeah.
Honestly, that's literally what I've been doing. So I watch. I'm not with anybody else.
Yeah. That's totally the thing you want to say in the middle of the woods. I guess I can't be talking because, like, you're the one who actually has the survival expertise. You can call it that.
Oh, I wouldn't go too far.
Alright, secret shortcut here. I always love taking because it seems. Well, it's.
Teleport.
Yeah. I don't know why I always take that, but like, there's just no real point to going the rest of the way. Thanks, Dick. Normally you're supposed to use fire there, the other cannon's like a rose, and a rouse isn't the right word, but you know what I mean.
The other cannon is aroused.
Yes!
The other correct. The other cannon is
yes!
erect.
Erect on what? Ooh, yeah.
Boss. What are these ones called?
This is just like a main boss. These are... Actually, I think these are officially known as the Meta Knights, which is kind of a weird name, but... It's... You could actually fight them at one point in a room I passed up earlier in one of the other game modes, but it's literally the most out-of-place area. You just go in, and then you're stuck fighting a bunch of those guys in a room for, like, no reason, and it's, like, the most optional area in the game.
That's weird.
So I pretty much never show it off unless, like, I'm really wanting to or something.
Yeah. It was dead again, you know.
They usually are, they just have, like... Because normally when you're Kirby, you can suck them up afterwards.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Is it literally just a gun?
Pretty much, yeah. Might want to watch it. Actually, I don't know if that can hit you if you're just like on a normal level, but pretty much. I usually do not fight it this way. Ow, I did not want to get hit by that thing.
I saved you, Zach.
Yeah.
It's all me.
It's just kind of weird for me to be playing this again because, like, 2 old main Kirby games have come out since the last time I played this game. Kirby Planet Robobot and Kirby Star Allies. And I like both those games a lot. I've been wanting to go back and replay, Planet Robobot at some point. Just I haven't played that game in a really long time, and I liked it when I first played it, but I only played it the one time. This is also like one of the most pointless stages here too, because this is like the end of this part of the stage. Like once you beat that guy, you take this, and then there's normally like another cutscene.
Yeah.
The gist of the... It's so weird going through these modes like abridged like this because you don't get any piece of the story whatsoever. Basically, as far as I know, Meta Knight just wants to do evil shit in Dreamland and is causing trouble, and Kirby like has to stop it, and yeah.
Great description.
I can't think of what else it would be, but yeah. Secret area up here doesn't fucking do much because it's just basically a lot of health. My favorite part about this game? Oh yeah, have fun with the lobster again. You pretty much have to. Yeah. You fight him eventually, but you can't fight him. Actually, I think you're gonna die. Fun fact about this guy, Heavy Lobster, is that, he has a very interesting distinction as being the, in the Kirby cartoon, anime, whatever you want to call it, Heavy Lobster has the distinction of being, like, he was in the second to last episode of the show. Yes, totally. No, fuck that. I don't even think that, I mean, I imagine it exists, and
Rule 3D4. There's gotta be out there somewhere.
I'm sure there is, but I'm sure it's also like sinned on too.
That being said, I'm not a video.
Me either. I didn't fucking want to. Yeah, there's a secret area here too. I didn't know about this for years. Yeah. Guy on the left is Chef Kawasaki. The bug thing is Bugsy.
Imagine Bugsy.
This is like the last stage here too, so normally there's like a whole other stage after this, but because we're playing as Meta Knight right now, which makes no sense given the actual like premise of what's going on.
Why are we playing Kirby?
Yeah, it's just one of the other modes. This was like in the DS remake of this game. If you don't know, this is a remake of an old Super Nintendo game from 1996 called Kirby SuperStar. This is SuperStar Ultra. In the original, what am I trying to say here? In the original game, the DS version added like 4 extra game modes, and one of them was this Meta Knight mode. So,
Okay.
yeah.
What are the other ones?
This is a weird boss, by the way. You basically need to get the reflected laser to attack the, crystal in the middle there. And there's nothing else that you can do. You can also guard by holding RRL. That laser's aiming right for you. Yeah. See, there we go. This is actually one of the most annoying bosses in multiplayer just because it doesn't seem to... Yeah. Might actually be beneficial if you don't come back just because then it will...
You're not wrong.
You're Gordon Cooper. I say that all the time too, he fucking really bad influence on me.
You're not wrong.
Normally this can be a 3-hit kill, but you have to like get it right, I think,
You
or
must
something.
like have to hit it in the middle or something.
Yeah, I don't quite understand what's up with this, so... And that's pretty much it for that. Normally there's a whole other stage after that, so now we just blew up our own ship.
I love that. Blows up our own ship is this game mode. I mean, we're supposed to cause havoc, right?
Yeah.
Why not blow our own ship up?
Yeah.
Save Kirby the trouble.
Yeah. Save Kirby the trouble, prevent an alternate timeline from happening.
Oh, I just did that.
And then Meta Knight went to sleep, hopefully ending his cocaine and heroin raid from the night before.
Cocaine fueled rampage.
And now time for the mode I think that'll take the longest. By a little bit. I'm not totally sure, but... The last mode here is, what's known as Milky Way Wishes. And it normally takes about 10 to 15, 20 minutes or so, depending on how fast you do it.
Oh, we got like 2 minutes in there.
Well, there's like a lot of levels you gotta play here, that's the only reason this takes a while, but it's kind of on the same merits as some of the other ones where you can just sort of go through and just speed through some of these stages.
Kick into your video.
For there, too. The gimmick of this level is you can change the seasons by going in different doors, too.
I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah. I'm just using meta quick here so I can get through this like as fast as I can.
I wonder why I kept changing out what. And what does that do? Just change your strength?
Yeah, pretty much. By the way, I hope you'll like fighting these guys again.
Oh, so fail.
The thing with, the main gimmick of Milky Way Wishes normally is that, normally in the main game, Kirby here doesn't have his regular copy ability. And, instead, he finds the abilities he wants from, like, trophies scattered about.
Oh, okay.
And you can basically use them whenever you want once you find them. You can also normally do any stage here in the order you want, too, so... I usually do them in the intended order, and that's usually the way I see them done anyway, but...
Might as well.
Yeah. Not sure why I'm not using this again.
Oh god.
A lot of drugs, Myles.
So this is part of his coaching if he was really good saying. So what's going on here? All these stars and shit?
Yeah!
He must be tripping on something.
He's tripping on life, man.
It's like I'm tripping on something, trying to figure out what's going on the screen.
Molly.
Yeah, he's a little molecule, Molly cocaine.
Molly? You would fucking probably die or something.
Best one-off trip of your life.
Yeah.
That'd be it.
I hate going through this because this is like the most ridiculous maze you'll ever see.
Oh,
If
maze.
If I go through this, you'll see how, like just how messed up I am for actually remembering how to get through this.
I don't even know how to remember all this stuff.
I don't either. I think I want to go this way. Yeah. That's literally the only path through that whole area. And there's like 20 other branching paths.
Oh god, how many times you do that?
Too
First
freaking
time.
many. I hope you're like a big fat whale.
Oh, not another one.
Yeah, this world also has mostly rehashed bosses. I don't think. Well, there's a couple you haven't seen, I guess. Yeah. I guess it is fought in a cave, technically, so. Nope.
Probably would have been done like a minute ago if I hadn't seen it.
No worries. No, that honestly, I don't use the sword ability too often anyway. I don't think sword's that helpful of an ability. There's a lot I would actually rather. Like, for example, that block that we just saw there, and this cannon here too. There's like 2 abilities in these areas here. Okay, can I get through this maze as fast as I can? You can go through this area in like 3 or 4 areas.
Pick the right door.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not randomized, it is like a set path.
That's not it, though.
Yeah, I just don't remember it. I used to be able to get through this. I think this is like the starting room here. Is that it? Wait.
There's a key.
There it is. Yeah, see, you can get through it in like 3 rooms. I just often forgot which way is it. Krakow. That does not help our friggin' drunk.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay.
He's all fluffy white. Well, he's fluffy blue in this case, but normally he's fluffy white.
There's a big eye.
You know what's up. Heads up, you may or may not die here.
Oh,
Fuck.
stop doing it onto the lava.
Not my problem. Fuck, that was not my problem. This is actually like one of the worst rooms in the game, even in the main game. Oh crap, I need to heal. This stage is about the halfway mark for the levels in this part of the game. Fuck. Yeah.
Ah.
just gonna keep rolling on here. You can jump in. Oh fuck! I hate using Meta Knight for this.
Teleport.
Actually, you just died.
I'm alive. I don't know what you're talking about. Pinnacle of...
Now you're alive.
Oh, I got the... Oh, my character did not help me. Oh,
Alright.
stop.
Wow, I am sucking at this normally. I'm not used to using Meta Knight for this though.
Doing it with Kirby too often.
I'm just suddenly reminded of the time, this may need to be edited a bit, but I'm just suddenly reminded of the time we tried recording a Let's Play of Return to Dreamland with Down the Couch.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Probably a good reason. It was like right after a party. Oh, fuck, I didn't think I was
wait.
that.
Wasn't everybody like, not it, well...
Almost everyone was like super hungover, except I think me and you. I don't... Yeah. Well, I don't know, well, I guess... Yeah, well, most people were, and then there was like... Fuck it, there was like... I think like... was in the room too at the time, and like...
yeah.
Like 2 other girls were in the room at the
there
time.
was a bunch of random people.
Yeah, it's like...
It doesn't help any recording this when there's random ass
Yeah.
people in there. It just makes it weird.
Not to mention, like, something else will have nothing to bring me back either, by the way. I'm, like, it's dead now. There you go.
Yeah, which... Yeah, just dumb. Dumb. The whole thing could have been done better.
Yeah. I was the one who was listening to fucking Bob Seger and trying to reevaluate what my fucking life was. Drugs or Bob Seger?
Both. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that'd definitely be a both.
I guess. Old time rock and roll. Night moves. Have you played? You've played Grand Theft Auto 5, right?
Yeah, not a lot.
Okay, I was gonna say he has like 3 songs in that game. Oh yeah, by the way, I hope you like more rehashed bosses.
Oh no. I probably played. Oh, maybe.
Oh. So not like San Andreas.
Well, like an hour of actual,
Okay.
like actual storyline.
Okay.
Like a lot of free play was just
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Driving
exactly.
around in circles for hours.
Yeah. Most of my friends either got the game, like, because when the game came out, there was like 3 weeks before the online servers went up, so most people played story mode then. Or they got the game way after the game came out, like I did, I guess, too, and only played online and never touched the story at all.
Decent bit of that. Like a lot of that. I got through the campaign storyline, I guess. To the point where there was some like I forget what you had to do. There was something I couldn't get the keypad controls to do.
Isn't there one with like an RC like helicopter, or did you get that for?
I don't think I got that far. I'll get a car to like what's it called? Like dance with music.
Oh. I don't know what the fucking. What is the point of that area up there? Actually, I'm now.
Or there's something supposed to be there.
Yeah, probably. Actually, that was pretty thankful that you were there to hit some of those buttons there.
It wasn't intentional. I felt tense.
Very late to bring this up here, but on full health, you can shoot sword beams out just by regular attack. I think it's like one of the strongest attacks you've got, but it's kind of hard to use sometimes, I guess. Yeah, you are. You are.
Just sword beats. You know what's happening.
platform. Yeah. Slobster. Alright. Last fucking level, thank God.
I love how you just drag me along everywhere.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
It's just so weird that, like, oh, fuck off, Ninja Guy. Like, I was just playing a lot of, Star Allies lately, and there was, like, a remix of this level at one point in Star Allies. And I picked up on it, no for no, because, like, I recognize the block structures of everything, so...
Yeah.
Let it roll! Down the highway!
Minecart. They're so rare. Like, what are they even traveling on?
In this stage, not really sure. Cosmos, I guess. And you don't even need the minecarts actually in the Meta Knight mode, so you can just break these things normally. Yeah.
All those enemies, though.
Yeah.
Just empty level.
Pretty much. I don't know anybody who's ever really flown through that normally. Yeah. Kawasaki's actually playable in Star Allies, and he's okay, I guess. He's surprisingly powerful and has, like, healing abilities, but his attack is just really weird. It only has, like, one kind of direction it can attack in, so... Yeah. Can you go through doors? Stupid question. Oh. Okay, it's up on the D-pad.
Up on the D-pad. Well.
Okay, no, you can't. I know in other Kirby games they can. By the way, have fun with this.
No.
The problem I have with the sword ability, the Meta Knight for this is, like, sword's not the strongest ability for this kind of stuff in the world. Like, how much did that do? 62. Some attacks, I know some abilities that can, like, do a lot more than this, so... Yeah. And notice the friggin' health on this guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so... Yeah, totally.
56 damage.
Whew. Let's just repeat this another 4 times. Remember, I passed grade 11 math when I wasn't watching Conan O'Brien.
I did not. Well, no, I did. You know, I tried to do pre-cal.
You failed pre-cal?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a dumb one. Shouldn't do it.
Was that in first semester grade 11 or second?
First.
Okay, I was gonna say, you were in my grade 11 math class in second.
Went back into normal people math like a smart person.
Yeah.
That was the best math class I've ever had. What was that? Grade 11 math class.
I didn't understand half of any of the material, but I mean, when you,
I think that's the best math.
I mean, when half my classes were concerned with more with you playing Pokemon Emerald or watching Conan O'Brien play Smash Brothers.
Oh, what was it? There was everybody's in my class.
Yeah, it was me and Noah, at least, I remember. CJ.
No.
Other.
No. I'm pansexual.
Okay, this is the only, new thing to the Revenge of Meta Knight. Ready.
What is that in the background?
I will grant you one wish.
I wish to be dead.
My one wish is to become stronger.
Dumb.
I have to do it with the Spanish accent from the anime. So I wish to fight the greatest warrior in the galaxy.
Kirby.
Okay.
Okay.
You will now fight a warrior who is sealed away for fear his power was too great. I will now summon this great warrior once more.
Oh, that accent.
I don't know what friggin' accents I'm going with. 3, 2, 1, go.
Who is he fighting?
Meet a character who I think has appeared in almost every Kirby game since. Galactonite.
Galacta.
This guy has become a big fan favorite in the last decade.
Who's stronger, Galactonite or Metal Knight?
Well, we'll let this battle be the judge of that.
Or Kirby? Kirby Knight.
I have to basically say, I mean, I know Myles isn't saying it, but the big thing you have to know with Galactonite too, he has a damn good boss theme. I don't think anybody could ever disagree with that. Oh crap! Damn it, I was hit by that. This fight's tough. This fight genuinely is actually pretty tough. Not if I can help it. That's why I was saving my heals. I don't feel like using the Meta Tornado for this, because it's not very useful here. Yes, I don't know. I love how I knew exactly which way that attack was going to, but it's... Oh god. Yeah, Galactonite is pretty hard, especially if you don't have healing abilities or anything. This guy can actually be pretty tough. These are pretty much your only way to get, like, certain things back, so... Your energy meter back? Yeah. I don't even care, I'm just getting screamed right now. I think that should be enough to kill him at that range. Or he survived with a smidge of life there.
That literally like, did nothing to him.
Yeah, that's what I mean by he can be pretty tough.
Yeah, I'd say. What even is this cutscene?
Spoiler alert, this guy comes back in like 3 of the 4 recent Kirby games. So he clearly has not died.
Yeah, I'd say.
The only one I think he's not in is in Triple Deluxe, I think, which... I guess that game's 4 years old now, I don't care about spoiling it anyway, but that game has Dark Meta Knight instead.
What?
Which is the final boss in...
What if I go to play that? It's ruined for me now. I can never play that game.
I'll have to insert like a caption on screen. So yeah, total clear time of every mode there, 50 minutes.
That did not seem like 50 minutes.
I know.
That seemed like it took like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That was actually ridiculous.
Oh, do we have the whole cutscene with Meta Knight? The ending cutscene with Meta Knight here now? I actually don't remember this, but...
Some of that sweet music.
Yeah.
Whew.
In the original version of this game, this song is like a whole pitch higher. Like this is like if it was like half a step down or a full step down or something.
That's weird.
So I don't know why either.
That's weird.
I love this song in the original, but it makes no sense why it's like half a step down or a full step down here.
Yeah, that does not make sense.
Yeah.
I guess just to say that, like, because it's a different mode or whatever. But...
Yeah. Wow, the audio is gonna get really freaking weird all of a sudden. I also just love how many friggin' wires are around here.
It's actually, just coming into your laptop is crazy.
Well, out of the laptop, it's, second monitor.
7, 8.
This is like a USB hub there. There's like 4 things plugged into that. There's thing going to the laptop, the DS capture device, the thing used to capture the game audio, my speakers, the other one of the other microphones, the hub that has a hard drive, a microphone, and a mouse and keyboard attached to it.
How many hard drives do you have? Is it like 10 by
2.
3 terabyte each?
3 and 1.5, I think.
And they're both completely full.
One of them is, the 1.5 is.
Oh god. So much stuff.
Yeah. Well, video files can tend to be big too. If I was actually recording this with this, like, I'm using the software used with the 3DS software here, but the actual recording from that software records uncompressed AVI. I don't know how much you know about that. I recorded for 3 hours with it once. It was 144 gigabytes. So, meanwhile, I can record with OBS here, which is what I'm using to record right now, and get basically the same quality because it's DS. And
crazy good quality.
Yeah, it's either what do I want? 1 gigabyte DS sizes or 144 gigabyte DS sizes.
144.
Yeah, totally. It wasn't one video, it was like 7 videos in one file, but still.
Yeah, that's still crazy.
Yeah.
What we should do?
What?
Upload all the Down the Cage stuff to channel we call Down. And then the belt will just be
Wow, yes, totally.
No.
Fuck. Yeah.
We gotta find some way to send it.
Yes. Fuck. And more.
Oh god, no, it keeps going.
No, that's it for the credits, I think.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I think in the regular credits before it says there's more something. Now, bonus Fly Meta Knight is in the theater, and we can now play the final game, the True Arena.
Oh, what's that?
It's a doozy, and I want you to experience every bit of it. With all that being said, through the power of editing magic, join us back next time for the finale, the True Arena. I am totally professional today.
Oh, yeah.
See you guys then. It's gonna suck.
Yeah. No shit.